Hey, what's up, guys? I am, like it says, I'm going to be redesigning version 7, and I'm also going to be trying out some Optifine. See how that's looking. Um, right, so I think I still have the shader on. Make sure you guys can see everything. I'll have to turn it off in game. Well, I can turn. Well, I kind of wanted to see what it would look like. Um, Yeah, I turned clouds off and I have the shader on. So Optifine now just runs it without having to have the tools. So I guess that's cool. And of course it makes the glass look like solid, which in real life, I mean, that's pretty much what it would look like. But anyway, let's go ahead and turn that off. We don't need to have super lag going on. Video shaders off. Okay, there we go. Alright, looks different, huh? So I'm only running, I think, 12 chunks or something like that. I kind of wanted to see a option with Optifine anyway. Says we can run 64 chunks. Getting a little laggy. Well, you can see the mob farm from over here. How many chunks are we loading? What's our frame rate like? Says that we're in the 50s, so that's not good. Let's try, yeah, I'm at 80, so I mean, it should be 10 frame rates above, but it seems like if we move forward, it drops quite dramatically. And it's not even rendering land, which is crazy. Okay, so just kind of wanted to see what was up with that. So we're running 80 on the other, so 32 is the maximum for stock Minecraft. So I think that this should be okay. Let's go ahead and just. I'm sure I could mess with some settings and make it a little better, but feel free to comment. So yeah, I was working on this elevator. Yeah, I was working on this elevator a while ago, and we changed out a lot of it. I remember exactly how to change it, but I kind of think that knowing what we know now, I think that we could probably make this super fast elevator and make it in a much smaller area, like maybe 5 blocks or so. So I wanted to just kind of redesign it. I was just going to make a whole nother one next to it, but it will influence me on my build because it's just, it's easy and lazy. I haven't decided on the color. I was actually thinking of doing, because of PewDiePie, I was thinking about doing, making this in like Swedish colors. So like, blue and, yeah, this is a hell of a lot smoother. And I'm running the 32 chunks. That's a lot better. Oh, I needed to test the chat. So, test chat. And, yeah, it showed up. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so I think I am going to go ahead and do... so we'd want to do like yellow and blue, right? So the back's blue, but it wouldn't matter. So should we do it like yellow on the outside and then blue on the inside like this? Yellow and blue? Or should we go blue and yellow? There's actually an easy, simple way to check it to see. Let me switch this back. I just need to run a mod real quick. So yeah, we'll get our color from there, and since we only have this circuit, it's the only thing that I could save. We're going to be taking most of this circuit here. We'll be taking most of it and putting it onto that. I just think that we could do a much better job with these red blocks. But in hindsight, I think, yeah, I think we could do a better job placing that. And then, of course, I cannot use this green circuit. Even though it's really nice, I can't use it on this. So, okay, so we have our blocks placed. I'm going to place it one higher. Okay, let me just go ahead and save and quit, and then I will bring the screen back up. I'm just going to basically reload. I'm going to reload Forge so I can use WorldEdit. Yeah, so I can use WorldEdit. Alright. And we can change the colors without actually having to change every single block to get an idea of what we want. Alright, so we are loaded up with Forge. Okay. Version 7. Nobody chatting yet, which is fine. So tonight, me and my son are going to do some father and son craft. We went to the void, or to the void. We went to the nether, and we got like 2 diamond armor, 1 iron, and 1 gold horse armor, and we got like I think 4 diamonds, which we're kind of low on. Okay, so with Forge, we can use WorldEdit, which means we can change blocks. So I'm thinking, let's do, let's see, //replace. Oops, that's the wrong button. Replace Minecraft. We're going to go ahead and do black. Replace black concrete with Minecraft. Get ready to sneeze. Excuse me. Jesus. Okay. Black concrete with yellow. With yellow. Yellow concrete. Okay. And then let's do // replace Minecraft. Let's see, red concrete. Red concrete with Minecraft. Blue. Blue concrete. There we go. So we'll make it a Swedish elevator. So it'll be basically the IKEA elevator for pewds. The IKEA, fool. I think it'll look cool. We could do we could have like our buttons over here, you know, and I'll use like blue and some yellow combination. So I do want doors on this, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit them with the size of this. So this is where the doors would have to be. And I think we should use blue, right? So when they're closed, it'll be match. And then we should probably use blue stained glass. Go ahead and get rid of that red glass for the IKEA elevator. That's not where glass is. Oh, and you know what else? I want to get a I thought about decorating with these things, lanterns, so I'm just gonna put a little campfire here so we can think while cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and put one here too. Alright, campfires completed. Okay, // See you, rabbits. Okay. So this is still going to be version 7 because I never officially released version 7. And I do think we can get away with not having, like, we do not need to have, I don't think we need to have instant extension. It's just so fast that it's going to come up, but it would take, I mean, if you were going to do instant extension, like on a big elevator like that, you would definitely want instant extension. So I think it's worth putting on, even if it makes it a little bigger. And then, of course, if we get I'm going to lower it to 75 likes. I'll do a world download. I won't have everything, but it'll just have the elevator, and I'll probably have the 3 high, 5 high, and so on. Now that I can use WorldEdit, it's so much easier to copy and paste this stuff. Otherwise, I would be hand doing this stuff, which is crazy. Okay, so the glass. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and put on the new IKEA elevator we're going to be building. I'm going to go ahead and do a / replace Minecraft. Let's see, red. We want red stained. Red stained glass. Minecraft. We'll probably want to do. Would it be blue? Yeah, we want to do blue. Blue stained glass. Okay, so go ahead and. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I think this will look pretty good for the IKEA elevator. Now, just to let you guys know, we are going to have to figure out floor spacings. This is going to take a couple of days to probably redesign it. This elevator should be plenty far away for it. We need to figure out where we want our buttons. I think doing what I did with the version 9 multiple floor elevator with the slower circuit is good. But I mean, we would also like it to be, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is where I normally put a floor. And we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which gives us a spacing of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that would be our floors that we would want. I'm going to go ahead and do this. The Pewds. We're going to name it the Pewd. We'll name it the Pewd 1. No. This elevator is directionally based. No. Nope. It's not. It is not directionally based. It used to be back in Minecraft on the was it Xbox, but Mojang got rid of 4J, thank God. So yeah, so you won't be having any of that crap. They literally destroyed the game, honestly. And then something else they've done. This is Java Edition, but I'm gonna make this so it works on both. It's kind of my thing, right? Kind of my thing. Alright, that is weird. Okay, there we go. I guess when you put test chat in, it makes it highlight. So, there we go. So I'd like the floors to be here or even less, but I'm going to go ahead and say that with the doors there, it's going to be very difficult. So I think we're just going to start out with 2. Yeah. Yeah, no, I actually have tested this already on, I've tested this on Windows 10 edition, and this elevator works really nice. super fast. Yeah, Xbox, that's when I found, yeah, built your version 3 and 5. Yeah, the version 3 is the better elevator nowadays because I used the modern technology. Although, you know, to be honest, I have another elevator. Yeah, I have another elevator already out. I just haven't released. I haven't released it with a world download. Okay, so our floors are looking. Yeah, they're the same. This is why I did 6, because we want the first one to lift you up to be on the right side, but in all reality, this is actually backwards. We would need this to be down by 1 block. Yeah, I think, because we want, let me see. Yeah, we don't want it lifting us up on that side. We want it the other way. So I'm going to make this, it's going to change our floor spacings. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. Okay. Right, so I would like, honestly, I want it to be, let's see here. Let's go ahead and grab. We want our lead piston, so this one here. We want that. Yeah, we want it there. Yeah, we want our first piston to be. We want it to be the same as our other ones. That way people don't go in one elevator and go, oh, well, this one lifts me up on a different floor. We don't want that. We want it to stay the same. Only problem would be I might have to rebuild this whole thing. So 1, 2, and yeah, I can only go down 2 blocks. So that's kind of... let me see. So disturbed says, or is it... Oh, wait a minute. Distributed. I don't know why I said disturbed. Actually, it is disturbed. Disturbed. Distributed. Distributed. That's funny. Well, last I heard, pistons are still broken for piston elevators on Xbox One. At least that's what my son tells me. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it depends on if you're playing the modern one or if you're playing the old one. Because if you're playing the new edition, which is basically the Windows 10 version of it, it's much better than. I mean, I actually have it on the Xbox and I've been testing it, so it's okay. It works, but yeah, the things that I did notice that don't work right, or some of the hopper flops don't work correctly. There's no, like, you can't power. Yeah, anyway, I don't need to explain it. It does work. It just doesn't work the way that you'd want it to. Them taking out block updates, which I don't even think they did. I just think they haven't been able to add them in. Honestly, I think that they would add them in if they could. I think they're just trying to keep it. Yeah, I just don't. I think it's kind of messed up because it kind of shows, like, for instance, it shows me that they only care about one side of the community, but I'll say what makes Minecraft awesome is that most of the people that do survival strictly do enjoy the redstone stuff. You know, and so if they're not getting that, they're not getting the redstone stuff, then, you know, it kind of takes away from the game. And if you have to relearn the entire thing, it's kind of stupid. I think they're going to change it back to what it was eventually. They kind of have to, I think. Okay, I'll tell my son to make sure he's up to date on the updates. Yeah. Yeah, I tested this actual elevator with nothing on it, actually. On it. But I might check again, just in case. I do build traditionally, I build facing east. almost always. See, which way we facing? West? East or west? One of the two. Yeah. So if it was orientational, you just simply want to build it in that orientation. But so this is going to be all screwed up here. Okay. All right. So we're going to need to have a whole nother set of blue circuitry here. And then we're going to want to have this getting powered down here. So like this. Okay. So that's going to be our first one that lifts us up. It's going to need that. So when we get in here and we're going to do our thing, we're going to always be on the right side like we were before on the other elevators. And it should lift us from this piston first. But just to check, I'm going to go ahead and load up. I'm pretty sure that all of my elevators, I have the piston on the right side for your first piston. But let's double check. So, let's see here. So this is actually a done design. I do have some other ideas I want to add into it, which you can see here. These are examples. But this is my new multiple floor elevator that uses the super slow circuit. That's pretty much guarantees that it works on console or any of those. Should work on Pocket Edition. I think you'd be limited on how tall you could make it, but but anyway. So so this design here, it leads with the right side piston. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is another design I have. Disturbed. It's actually really cool. This one's probably one of my favorite elevators so far. I haven't been messing around with the design because it's so difficult to stop it, but it is pretty sweet. It uses it basically uses a flying machine, and you could stop it. And since I do have WorldEdit now, I could probably change all of this to concrete. Yeah, but I'd have to go through all the colors, so I'm not doing that now. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty small. I mean, in comparison, the floor spacings are kind of big, but you could technically do it on any block you want to. It doesn't have to be this spacing. It's really up to the circuit. If you look, the circuit's kind of big. So, you know, but you could lift this up by one block, as you can see. Probably lift it up by one block. Maybe, I would say I wouldn't bother. I would leave it at the 10. But you could skip. So the way that this one works is you pick the floor you want to go to. So say we want to go to blue floor. And then we hit it. And then you look up through this light. And you can see that the up, it's indicating that you're going to go up there. So whenever the light is either up or down, the elevator has to go all the way up. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is the one I mentioned in the video, that this one's more popular, because this is all that it is. This is it right here. It's literally just a slime block elevator. I mean, it's just, this is all you need. You don't need anything else. Look, this is all that it is. If you were in survival, this is the elevator. This would be your elevator right here. Now this doesn't work on the on Windows yet, but it does work on the Java edition. So one day hopefully it'll work. But yeah, and the cool thing about it is the circuit, it goes up or down the same circuit. You don't have to mess with it, but that's super teeny. So you can see how I went from this design to this design to, well, there's actually 3 more designs within this, but this one's the best so far. So the way that it works though is that you cannot like, I can't come up here to this floor with the elevator. I can't come up here to this floor and then go back down. I have to actually send the elevator up. So for example, we go ahead and we hit the up button, jump on in, and then it lifts us to, I think we picked blue floor. So there's blue floor coming up. There's a little pause. I haven't added in note blocks yet. I am going to do that. And so you can't go back down. You can only send it back up to complete it. But once it's up to the top, it will indicate, you know, to go down. As you can see, it's pointing down, which means you can look through the glass and go, oh, okay, it needs to come down to me. So I'm going to go ahead and hit down to me. And then it comes down to us. There you go. And then we go and say, okay, I want to go down to, let's say we want to make a stop on white floor. So now we're on white floor. And so now we can send it back down, and we can do something else too, which is, say you have this in a house and there's other ways you can get up to other floors, or maybe somebody used the elevator and you come up and say you're on blue floor or the top floor, it doesn't matter, and you go, oh, okay, the elevator is in the up position, so it can come up to me. So we could just hit up and it'll come to us. Makes sense because of how the flying machine mechanics work. Yeah, this works amazing on Java Edition, but I'll say that on Console Edition, no good. And there you go. Pretty simple, you know. You do have to catch a ride on the way up, but I will say that I didn't want to make this thing so convoluted. Like, I might actually take this thing back to the drawing board when I get bored here. And when I do that, when I go to the drawing board with it, I would like to keep the indicating light system. But I would like it to be, I mean, this is something very hard to do, and that is to basically have the lights indicate above the floors on every floor. So it's one of those things where it's like, I think this is the simplest way. There are ways to do it, but it would make the elevator wrap around circuitry-wise. So instead of it being just the circuitry on the... Because, I mean, if you look at this, the circuitry on the left controls a lot of what goes the up and down functions of the elevator, and then these all tell it where to stop, you know, and then back here is where it basically tells it to stop or start and go up and down. So there's a lot of different circuitries in comparison to this one. Like, this one works so much easier. It may look more complicated, but when it's on, the power's on. When it's off, the power's off. So much easier to do. But you get to see this is my final design compared to this one, which is actually about 1 block wider. 1 block wider. You can see that I simplified a lot of it, but I do want to get rid of this floor. I don't like this being here. I want to make it so you can make the entire thing glass. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to have the piston below when it detects that the elevator's moving, have it come through this block and let it know when to open the doors or when to close them. So I could basically just use the what is it, the hell kind of block, the observer block, and you can see here that it detects it. See that? It detects it and gives one single pulse, and then when we go down, it should give it another pulse. So it will technically work. So it's something that could make it so that all of this circuitry you see coming across here, all of the yellow in there would be gone, which would mean I could get rid of all of this stuff. Just yellow circuit, and then the purple circuit, all this stuff could come in by 1 block. And we wouldn't even need this pulse extender here if we had the timings, you know, instant like we do here. The main thing is is that I know that depending on which direction this is traveling will determine a lot of stuff. Yeah, it determines a lot of things. But for right now, though, I mean, I'm just going to leave it as is because it's a done deal. But I think I will be able to here, I don't know, probably in another month, get rid of that altogether, and that's when I'll release this. as an actual download. Okay, so yeah, really amazing. I think it's awesome. Anyway, save and quit. Almost forgot what we were doing. Okay, so we're making the IKEA. We're making the IKEA special here. Okay, one, and gonna go ahead and copy that. See, actually I need to copy it while I'm standing on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, // copy. Now this isn't just working because of the mod. Honestly, it's just so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The mod is just helping me. It's just making it so I don't have to build all of this. So yeah, it's just a copy and paste basically. Yeah, otherwise I'd have to hand build all that. And I'll tell you, I've spent so much time building stuff that's, unnecessary. So I think it's going to look cool. It's going to be basically the PewDiePie, I'll say IKEA. The IKEA elevator. It'll be the IKEA elevator. Okay. So now we want to grab some purple concrete and we want to basically recreate this circuit. The question is, do I want to use the newest circuit? I'm going to actually need to build the red circuit first, I think. That's probably the biggest thing, is once we have the purple in, I'm going to go ahead and start down here. So this is actually not purple. This is, I don't even like this color. We're going to get rid of that. I like purple. There we go. So if I use my latest version of this, it requires the half slabs and it requires the orange circuit. IKEA elevator, trademark that. Well, I mean, technically, PewDiePie is the one that's been doing that. He has the IKEA tower, and I was like, we can make the IKEA, the IKEA elevator, which I think would be hilarious. It'd be awesome if it was got a lot of views. Technically, I could just stick a stamp on that one and change the colors and call it the IKEA, but we need to build one from scratch. Maybe he'd take notice, which would be sweet, take notice and maybe give me a shout out. That would be awesome. I don't know if I want to end up like VoiceOver Pete, though. I don't know if you guys have seen him, but he got a lot of promotion because Fiverr, took a dump on him, basically. Yeah, they literally took a dump on him, and so Fiverr, just kind of screwed him over for just saying something that they didn't think was funny, or that people complained about. And they took money from him, too. They, ripped him off for, thousands of dollars. And so PewDiePie gave him a shout out, and I'm like, well, I definitely won't be quitting if that happens. Okay, so we wouldn't need... That's probably so we don't need this. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of that. We won't be needing any of this here. Okay, we only need that, and then we wouldn't need this. And go ahead and get rid of these. I don't watch him, but I'd go to his channel and drop likes on your videos on it. That'd be cool. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this to purple. And we're probably going to try and keep this as close to version 9 as we can, except for it's going to be super fast. Yeah, it'll be super fast. So let's put in some cosmetic blocks here. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Looks nice. Yeah, a lot of people. I'm not really good at like I didn't do very well in school. Um, well, I mean, hence why I became a roofing contractor. But you know, the brain damage that I've suffered over the years hasn't helped much either. you know, uh, yeah. I think that I've counted. I have something. I have a lot of times where I could go, I don't know how I lived through that. But I do have brain damage, so most of the stuff I would have learned in school. I don't think I was ever that good of a student, honestly. But when it comes to physical memory, like it didn't take me very long to master doing, roofs. I would go so far as to even say that I don't think that it's a rocket science to put a roof on, and I think that there's a lot of people that think that it requires a lot of skill, and it does not. It requires a lot of patience, is what it requires. Um, Disturbed says, I'm glad you came back, bro. Always loved your builds and your commentary. Oh, thanks. This is kind of new. I think that, I had a lot of time. Like, I could only come up with a video like every 2 weeks, unless somebody else was like, hey, you want to put this design up? So I figured in between, I could show people what it is, like how hard it is to build these. It's not like I just woke up and was like, you know what? I'm just going to make this elevator and I get it in one try. It's literally takes weeks sometimes for some elevators. Uh, I didn't uh, I didn't do well as a student either, which is why I work as a machine operator. I'm very good at learning computer-controlled machines. Yeah, if it's physical, if it's something physical, I pick it up immediately. I'd say we probably are cut from the same cloth. Whoa. I think that that's how it is. You either are good with that, but I've met people that are good with both, and I mean they're good with both, which is crazy if you think about that. Like, how could you be good with both? You know, be physical and and the other way. Okay, this isn't gonna work. What is this going on here? That's all connected. This would. I don't think this is supposed to be here. Yeah, something's incorrected here. The IKEA elevator can't be like this. Okay. So here's where I have the option of I have a couple different options, which is one, I could move the red circuit like this, which would give me more access to it, but would ultimately make it bigger. Yep, there's plenty I don't know how to do and don't want to know, like electrical, and refuse to learn it because I know what I can do if what it can do if you do it wrong. I actually it's kind of funny you'd say that because I went from being a roofer to a where I wired up with literally with wiring, like just like we're doing right now for Nextel, but it was a company for Nextel. It wasn't actual Nextel, but it was a company for Nextel. That company nowadays, um, you know, getting exposed to the electromagnetic pulses is, it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. I'd say the biggest issue with this is going to be that I have to retime this because it's so fast. So I'm going to have to do some tests on this to see how it looks. Anyway, long story short, I actually did get electrocuted by by a 420 of all things, but it didn't actually go through me. My screwdriver that was on my bag touched it, and then it melted just right there. It was like, and it I got sunburnt on the right side of my body. And I mean, when I think back to it, I go, how else would I be able to do it? You know what I mean? Like, how else would you be able to do that? You know what I mean? And that's not hooked up. That's why it's not working right. Okay, I forgot to... We need... The IKEA tower can't stand like that. There we go. Okay, IKEA tower. And then we need to get direct power to this circuit here. That's as low as we can go right there. Okay, I actually would want to get the power from that torch. I'll have to do this temporarily. Okay, we want that first piston lifting us up before anything even thinks of doing it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm a handy. Yeah, I'm not a handyman. I'm not a mechanic. But you want someone to learn a automated machine quickly and run it to its maximum efficiency. That's then I'm your dude. You sound like a guy I know named Burned Out Guy. He run those things. Look at how much faster the left side is. That's crazy. You know what it is? It's actually because this red circuit actually needs to be powering right here. That's not good. That means I might have to use my other circuit that I have for this. Yeah, I might have to use this circuit instead. Yeah, the problem with this is that we get great, you know, it goes down really nice. Here, I'll show you. It'll go up really fast. And it goes down really smooth. But when it comes to other timings, like instant extension, if you try to instantly extend it from here, it extends one side and then the other. So that's why I have this orange circuit here. So this was to fix all that, but it looks to me like what I would have to do is I would have to have it here. Let's see what happens if we do that. I'm going to go ahead and let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and just copy this. All right. Here we go. Not necessarily liking this, but I mean, this is how I designed it to work. Okay, I'll say the biggest issue now would be I would need to get power here as well. And we're not powering ourselves, so this would be okay. So that would make this simple circuit really big if I wanted to do this. But let's check it out. I mean, it's worth exploring. I don't like it so far. I think that it's unnecessary. And it's going to make it so instant extension, there's no way you could hook it up to it. But, so now that we have a 1 ticks delay, we're just going to basically get this to 1. And this will give us the perfect timing that we need to ride it. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and use an on-off on this. I need a lever. Yeah, retract's really messed up looking. Jeez, that was terrible. But let's check the ride. If it doesn't throw us out of this elevator, then we know we did something right. Okay, so this means that we have a 1 tick on this. I might need to get rid of that 1 tick so it lifts us up. We want it to be the first thing to lift us. Okay, so it might actually have improper timings, so we have to check it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously if the doors were closed there, we would have been okay. Let me see here. Yeah, we can just do this. Simulate the doors being closed. We want to definitely make sure that it's something that's actually nice to ride, right? Okay, so I tried this on the Xbox Windows 10, and you literally like this. You're like, it's crazy. It's so funny. I'm liking it so far. Do I like it? Now, is the circuit where we really want it to be, though? Because technically, we have to have access to this to instantly extend it. So I'd have to have the green circuit come off of here and power off this to get the floor to be correct. Right? And then I need to have a sticky piston pull off the IKEA 3000. the IKEA elevators block like that. So it would basically do that on each floor. And then when you hit the go button, it takes off. Has to detect it though. So one of my biggest things was I was like, okay, so if, now just bear with me, if we were able to use the observer, and get a signal off of it, I could technically just have this block automatically thrown in when it detects this moving. But I don't think it's fast enough is the thing. So let me hook a line up to this. So it's definitely delayed, but I mean it's so close to working. I wonder if I was to do this maybe. No, it has to be 2. That's the minimum is 2 because it will power through that. It'll power through this, probably updating the block. So it has to be 3 of these going into a block. Yeah, I would say that it's just because we have to detect this one. Because once the elevator's been powered on down on, say, this floor, once we get the detection from here, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, honestly, there's nothing you could do. Also, it would be detected on the way up and down. So you can see that it's so slow. We would have to find I'll say a method. We would have to find a method to get it through the elevator. So fast. Wow, IKEA elevator is wicked fast. Yeah. Well, technically, it's just my version 7. Like, so you can actually get stuck in this. It's that fast. The craziest thing is this is actually not the fastest. If you set your stuff right, So right now I have the floor spacings of 10. So dun, 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 dun. So it's a little too fast. So what I can actually tell you, I don't even know why I did that. I could have just hit. So it's really weird because you'll get up quite the distance, and then you try it again, and it will actually work. It just seems like, oh, this is probably why right here. / kill. I can't even read that. Oh. Anyway, there's like 70 rabbits right here, which is definitely causing lag. I forget how to kill everything around you. / let's see. Kill, and then you have to put the entity. Kill here, huh? Let me see here. I gotta move the chat over. Oops, that's my bad. Yeah, so it says unknown command kill. Okay, kill. I guess we would do at. Is it rabbits? Kill. I don't want to kill myself. I think we can make it so no mobs spawn. I don't remember how to do it though. It's okay. It does work. It doesn't matter if there's this stuff here or not. We just need to try it again. You'll actually see the elevator start catching up with you, and you'll see it come up past your feet. And what you have to do is hold jump. See how it kind of started throwing me to the side when we got near these rabbits? Yeah. Stupid ass rabbits. Damn, why is there so many rabbits just right there on that floor? Is that where they spawn or what? It's okay. The timings on this are not the greatest, but I will say when those rabbits aren't there, it works fine. And of course, for this height, this is perfect. So we're talking, you know, it's not crazy tall, but yeah. Anyway, okay. So, oh yeah, before we go anywhere, so this one is actually facing a different direction. But these are not orientational. It's actually because that one has so much mass, because there's so much circuitry on it. Yeah, you can see it did the same there. It just started pushing me over to one side. So we only made it up, what, 10 blocks before it pushed me to the side? Let me check options. Let's see. Video settings. Yeah, I'm actually good. Yeah, 32 chunks might be what's causing the problem, but I doubt it. Yeah, we got up further on that one, so I can definitely feel lag. You can feel lag in here. I actually the WorldEdit mod definitely adds a lot onto the processor taxing it, but that's not actually what's causing this. Yeah. This actually was working pretty good the other day, and then today it's not working. Who knows? Who knows what the hell? I don't think it really matters, honestly. The biggest issue with this design is where it's located on the circuit. That's why I'm trying to change this. We wouldn't want it to be infinitely tall. Yeah, I myself, I don't like where this is located. Honestly, I don't like where it's located or how it's located, but just for now, we're going to try it for the IKEA. I just kind of wish, I mean, honestly, I'm trying to think of a place where we could get the timings faster. Because right now we're getting it from this section right here. So, I mean, technically this is the fastest location to detect it. So, if I was to, say, replace this. Now, this wouldn't power through to it. It wouldn't power through. But I could use it here, for instance. So like that, and let's see what happens if we, because it should detect it instantly, which would mean we could get. Let's get rid of these. It's a little faster, but not by much. It retracts a hell of a lot faster because it's the first thing to be retracted. So we need to find another location that we can detect the redstone that's well, I mean, functional. But it needs to be faster. Like, we need to get it right off of this circuit here. Like, right when you hit the lever, we need it to basically do its thing. This way we could avoid all of that stuff. So I would have to, just for testing purposes, this is probably the closest we could get it. So no matter what, it's going to get a 1 ticks delay, but let's see. And that's going to end up being where the yellow circuit is, but let's just get rid of it for now. Okay, so it needs to be inverted. This is going to give us a 1 ticks delay. Give us a 1 ticks delay. That looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. The IKEA PewDiePie elevator. Yeah, you know what's funny? A lot of people believe that PewDiePie is some sort of racist. And it's kind of funny because he was trying to point out, like, he wore a uniform. It was actually a Russian uniform. And they were like, you know, they were like, just basically going, he's wearing a Nazi uniform. He's talking about Nazis. He did say the N-word. You know, he did say that. He was in a game, he said the N-word. He apologized for it. Other people, though, they just sat there and looked at him like, you know, oh, you're trash, you know? So, this is horrible. Honestly, it's horrible. It's not working. It's not fast enough. It needs to be before, like, it needs to be on this line, which is why I actually ran the line underneath here to begin with, because we need it to be instantaneous. I was really hoping we could get an instant signal off of this repeater. Yeah, I was really hoping, because there's no way to get to use this. I mean, it does work, but not well. I also don't like where the red circuit is. I'd almost prefer it to be Yeah, I'd almost prefer this to be basically flipped this way. Yeah, or we could change the circuit to the old one, which is right here. Like I said, though, when we do an instant extension, this circuit is not going to work. So we could just do it without instant extension. It would make it have a tutorial. I mean, honestly, you wouldn't have to wait very long to send the signal down. You'd be like click, and then you'd have to wait a second, and then you'd hear it go. But I will say, I do think that one thing that could be controlled no matter what would be the doors could be controlled from those pistons, from that specific piston. Doors could definitely be controlled because they just need to close before and after you take, when you're coming down. But I'd say one of the other things would be when you're going down this elevator, this block is going to automatically be pulled out because it's being detected, and then it's going to be put back in. So as far as it would kind of force you to have to stop on this floor every time. That would probably be the one thing that would suck about it. So I was hoping to use an observer here, but it doesn't look like it's possible. Yeah, it would have to be detected from the button. So as far as having the red circuit like this, I think it's completely not the way to do it. So I think I still have it copied. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I don't have it copied. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so the timings on this are really nice. They really are, but we cannot use this circuit. Not the way that it is. Yeah. So let me go ahead and just get rid of all of this here. Okay. So I'm thinking that this is probably the best way to do it. This is up by one, so I would want to go. Oh, I can't go any lower than that. Let's see what happens when I place it here. Okay, it would need to be. What the hell? That's crazy. Okay, so I thought I copied this whole thing. So we got, whoa, got there, and we need here. That's why it didn't work. So I need to be over by one block. Holy smokes, what the hell? That's not even correct at all. I hit Oh, you know what? I was supposed to copy over here. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and / undo. Okay. Try this again. So we want to get here and here. We want to do a... Okay, so it's needs to be over 1 block. At least we know. There we go. So / undo. There we go. So this is where we would want to get our green circuit powering in. It does have to be repeaters. Yeah, it's a shame. I wish I could keep this circuit. The problem is that getting this to stop on specific floors would be, you know, so difficult, you know, because it'd be sending the circuit down, and yeah, it would just be bad. What's up, molten beats? CAVA? I don't know what that means. Oh, you put bonjour. Okay, so this circuit would be much better on here. So we got, let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. This ain't right. Yeah, that's not right. It's supposed to be... Yeah, it's supposed to be 1 block back. Let's see here. Okay, so if we were doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we would want to go to 6. Do a... Okay, that looks correct. It needs to be... It needs to be 1 block up, though. Yeah. It needs to be 1 block down, actually. Which we can't go 1 block down. I mean, we could. Let's see. That should be correct. Let's check it out. Yeah. So like this. This would be the way to have it. Okay, so the problem with this is we're down below safety. So let's go ahead and... so we need to copy it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. That'll give us a little bit more room. All right. Boyo, you thought? I'm not really French. Okay. Oh. Thought I had counted that right. I guess I did not. Okay, so we basically have redstone like this, and then this is to fix the timing. So that's on 4 delay. Right, 4 delay? Yeah, 4 delay. And then we have this giving it 1 ticks delay. So we get power. Yeah, I'm really tempted to run this one away. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I'm thinking, I mean, this is kind of like unnecessary if we can power this. I'm really tempted to have it like that. So if it was like that though, then this would be like this. So this would be the power block, and so if we were to power it, yeah, well, I mean, we'd have to move the whole circuit, but it makes it more compact, but on another hand, it makes it worse. Because I think we could do better than this. Yeah. The way it is right now, that green circuit has to come in right up next to this circuit, which is going to interfere with the doors. You know, I'm not going to be able to run the doors like this. Not when we have that on there. And of course, it's going to be even wider when I use the other green circuit, because this one's not going to do it. So I'm thinking that we would need to yeah, I'm thinking we would need to, I don't know, I think maybe like this would be good. Thinking like that. So it'd be powering like this. So the purple block would be here, or I could do this. Either way. And then we would want to get our power like that. And then how do we get our 1 tick? Yeah, that wouldn't work. Could do this. Power that, and then have it come in there. Something like that. This would have to be on like 2 delay. There's no way we could tile anything next to it like this. There's no way. So let's see here. What would be the better design for this? If we did have it like this, I could not put anything next to it. And when it's on the on position, I wonder if maybe I should just change where the power comes in. So if I had it here, maybe. So if the power was coming in and it was getting detecting it from there, we have another one here. We'd have to have another one on 4 there. That wouldn't work. Like this, maybe. And then like that. Something like this. Seems like a waste. Because we would get an instant tick, then a four delay. I mean, it would cost us a block that would have to be there as well. It was like that. I think sticking with this circuit, though, I mean, the problem with that is that there's no way the yellow circuit can go up against this. So I'm thinking that I would like it to be maybe like this. And then the yellow circuit would be coming into it. I'm gonna have to check this real quick. I'll have to actually hook it up. One Tim says, "Hi, can you remake your awesome Fallout door on Windows 10 edition, please?" You know, I actually was on there the other day, and the way Windows 10 is, it's like having to relearn Redstone. I'm gonna basically say that I'm gonna do something with this really quick, but we can jump over there and I can show you that it actually does still work. It just requires one simple fix, honestly. It's weird that there are only a few viewers, despite the fact you have 22,000. Yeah, you know what's funny is because of the videos that I've made, people have subscribed to me, but they don't come back. And I don't know why. I think they made one of my things and subscribed, but they don't. You know, they're still active, but they ain't here to watch me. You know what I mean? So for the down circuit, I would have to power here. Let me check this real quick. So for the down circuit, that would actually only work for instant extension. So the down circuit would be here. Down circuit would be here. That would cause it to go down. And then instant extension yeah, wait a minute. It would have to be down first. Let's see. So if it was down and we wanted to instantly extend this, we would have to power this block. This might actually work to our favor here. Yeah. Is that the right block? Okay, so if it's down and we want to instantly extend this, because of where it's located, there's no way you could extend it. Oh, that's crappy. So it can't go there either. I am still enjoying your stream though. Yeah, you know, it sucks that people aren't, you know, they're not tuning in like they used to. But I mean, what do you expect, you know? Seriously, there's not much we could do about it. There's not much I can do about it. You know, I don't really like. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 blocks away. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This would be how we would actually want it to be on there. Yeah, I'm actually thinking if we should I'm thinking that we should stick with that circuit, but I think the red circuit needs to have plenty of access, so I think that we need to put it away by 1 block. I think it would be worth it. Let's see what I did over here so I could have access to it. Yeah. You can see that it was very difficult. I put it in there and it gave me great, it made it compact and great, but yeah, that might be the way to do it, honestly. Just do it like that. The problem is there's no way you can stack it. So maybe I should do it that way. Yeah. Yeah. I think I should. I'll try it. So let's go ahead and remake this circuit here. Yeah, what I'm thinking is because I would like to separate these and get better timing on the IKEA elevator. We won't need that top section, but so if I was to basically have the red circuit in here, if I had the red circuit in there, we could power it directly with the yellow circuit from right there. So let me see, it would be like this, and then we would have it like that. This would power through there. Could technically do, could do this to divert it, but yeah, it might work. It might work. Because we would want the repeaters like that. Redstone. This is going to get powered. That would power it. Ugh, man. That's why I didn't like this circuit. It's just in a bad place. I mean, I could try doing it like this. But it ultimately is going to make it like that. 2 repeaters. Actually, it would have to be redstone there. And then you would have your repeaters coming down. It could work. I don't even think we'd have to divert it. We could get it to work like that. Yeah, I could even put it the other way. Because most likely the green circuit is going to have to come over here. Yeah, so let me see. So Tim, if you're still commenting or if you're still watching, if you want me to, I could show you how to fix it. But I will eventually make that door. Yeah, I don't want to have it there. It's just too close. Yeah, there's no way we could have doors if it was there. So I'd have to. Yeah, Tim, if you're still on, I can jump on there and show you how to do it. It's actually super easy. It's easier than it sounds, I'll just say that. So if we have this like this now. Do we not need it there? No, we need it there. It needs to be there. Yeah. So we'd have a repeater here. Yeah, go ahead and comment again, Tim, and I will okay, that's how we had it before. And I'll jump on that map and show you. It's actually super simple to get the one that's there to work. We're not going to need any of that. Okay, so this should give us a nice down on this. So I'm actually thinking that the best way to do this, so I want to turn these torches off here. So let me see. So would I need to have it here? Now that would always be on. So we would want it to be always off. So if it was powered up, Oh, why is that side not on? Ah, I forgot the repeater. Okay, so that's powered. This top one's not though. Let's fix that. I would actually probably want to get the power. Turn that off. Okay. That shouldn't be plugged in. Oh, this isn't in the right place. So we want to pull out. We want to pull that block out right there. Yeah. Yeah, the other day I had somebody basically go and say I used some sort of bot thing I used a bot. I used a bot to yeah, I used a bot, they said. Sub bot or something. And I'm like, I don't think that sub bots, I mean, like, there's actual comments, and then if you go and look at my popular videos, you can see that there's a lot of people very happy with a lot of stuff I've done. So I think the main thing is that in order to stop the elevator where we want it to, is that we're going to have... Yeah. In order to stop it, we're going to have our white circuit. It has to come in here. So that would stop it on the floor. And then we're going to need the instant extension circuit here. It's going to have to power in there. And then we're going to need our down circuit to come into the same block, I think. Yeah. So I guess there's a couple ways I could do this. One would be to have redstone here, since there is a repeater there. We want access to it with the white circuit, but we don't need it everywhere. So technically, I could get away with having that powered all the time. And then I could basically put... I think I would have to have the green circuit. The green circuit would have to be away. You look at what I did over here. Damn, this is so complex. I don't know how you do it. Well, exactly how you see me doing it. Just little pieces at a time. Just little steps at a time. This circuit I did a long time ago, and this is probably what we're going to want to do. We're going to want to do redstone. Yeah. We're going to want to do that back over here. I believe it's basically like this. The problem is that it goes one up. And because of the way we have this done, I don't think it will work. Yeah. So if I was to, I would have to have the repeaters here. And not the other way around. Although I probably could. Yeah. I probably could do... I probably could do this. Because it won't connect. And then I could have the green circuit. As long as the green circuit... So would I want to put it here is the question? So let's try it like this. I'm not sure if you're ready or if you're already answered, but how long have you been doing Minecraft videos? Actually I took the last time I did a video on Minecraft was probably 2 weeks ago, but before that it had been since 2014. So I stopped playing Minecraft altogether back in 2014. So 16, 17, 18, 19. So I took a 4-year break. Basically, a 4-year break from it. Okay, so this isn't going to work because the redstone's going to attach. So we got to have it... yeah, the redstone's going to attach there. Yeah, so if you think about it, so I started in 2012, but I technically started playing Minecraft in 2011. So 2011, 12, 13, 14. So I played for 4 years. Maybe 5. 5, and then I took a break. So, but, okay, so I'm going to need to... do this the opposite. So we're going to need to get rid of this block, like that. This might actually work. Okay, so if I was powering this, the redstone will not power through this block, but this probably wouldn't work on. Molten Beat says, I just saw this on my recommendations and wanted to see what was going on. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm just basically, doing what you see me doing, designing an elevator. I will say that I did get a raw deal. So some of the reasons why I left was I partnered with a company and they took 40% of my earnings, which is what you kind of had to do back then, right? Which was not making me happy one bit. We're talking 40% of every penny I made was going to them, which is horrible if you ask me. Then on top of that, I mean, if you want to talk about making things even worse, on top of that, I had another YouTuber take something I made, like you can see I'm making right now, and claim it was theirs. And then when I made a video on it, he screamed foul and said that I was the bad person and that I somehow was threatening his YouTube channel. I basically told him that I should get a copyright on him, and I didn't actually know it, but I thought that at the time. I thought if you copied somebody's design, like even a picture of it, that it would be copyrights, which means I probably should have read the I should have read it. I should have read the thing, but I didn't read it. And so anyway, I just got really pissed off and I quit. I may not have quit that day, but I did quit because of it. So I mean, you're talking like there was no reason for me to keep doing Minecraft videos at that point. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. That's not like simple, easy stuff, Okay, so this isn't hooking up to it. We would need this to be like right here. I don't think we need access to that area regardless, so yeah, we don't even need that there. Yeah, so that was pretty much what happened to my channel. Seriously, could you imagine, like, it took me 6 months to make my original elevator, and it took me about 4 months to figure out a really good way to make a sand generator. And so I made the sand generator, and it was orientational. It could only be built in the west. This guy went on his video, and he didn't even know that it needed to be facing a specific direction. Copied it, used the same blocks I use, and then went and said that he didn't know what he was talking about. Like he was like, oh, I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know. What are you talking about? A friend of mine showed me this. That's what he said. He's like, oh, no, a friend of mine, he did it. He showed me. So it's not my fault. And I was like, well, you could at least link me now that you know. And he was like, he refused to do it. And I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? It's got nice speed, huh? I remember that video, the sand one. Yeah. If you go and look at, I think it's the Frog Squad, he has a video and you can see it's exactly the same thing I have. It's the exact same thing. He took it. Now I'm going to go ahead and say, in retrospect, you cannot copyright Redstone devices. You can't. It's not the way that it works. You cannot copyright them. So I should have been like, just basically kept my mouth closed and been like, just commented and say, yeah, that's a really nice design there. You stole it from me. That's all I needed to say, and then just leave it with that. But a friend of mine was like, dude, this guy stole your thing. I shouldn't have listened to him because he was younger guy. He's a younger man, and I didn't think about it, and it was just dramatic, and I just fell for it. I took the bait. I took in the bait and see. I was like 8 or 9 back then. I'm 14 now. Well, that's good. Yeah, me and my son. My son's 10. Me and my son, we're gonna do an episode of. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna have to. Okay, that's on. That's off. So I'm definitely gonna have to power that location. So how do I get the power separately from this? So I could. Okay, I could run dual. Let's see, there's nothing there, right? Let's see. Yeah, I could run dual on that, and then we could have the power coming in from here. Have to be a redstone, and then we'd have our dropper flop. Basically, you were, in a way, a part of my childhood. Well, that's good. I mean, I hope it was good, you know? I hope it was a good experience. I will say that after the stuff I just told you, I started getting a lot of stuff because people started realizing I was very easily trolled, and they started commenting. I started kind of getting cyberbullied, and I didn't really want to admit that it was actually pissing me off to the point where it was affecting my content, you know? But yeah, I don't want to make this, crazy. There's no reason to, I wonder if I should just keep this redstone or not. I could technically raise this up by 1 and use this side and make it shorter. Let me see here. Because I need access to this, and I also need to have a piston. So in order to stop this elevator before I would go straight through this circuit, I could use this for 2. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. Go ahead and copy this here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away. And I'll go ahead and hit that. Are you American? Yes. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. If you really want to know the whole truth, I am disabled from a fall, and I was actually a roofing contractor, and it gave me some pretty bad brain damage. Seriously. Then greetings from England. I actually, this will sound funny, but most of the good friends I know, that's where they're from. I personally, and I'm not going to be like say all Americans are like it, but I find that a lot of Americans are very unhappy and are I think they have a mean side to them, a lot of them. And I'm not like that. I'm just completely different. I notice a lot of British people or UK or even European people for that matter have a whole different set of respect. And over here there's a lot of disrespectful people. That's my opinion. Like if you're online, the worst communities you'll ever see are American communities. At least right now. I mean, and I don't mean like how it sounds. I mean like there are some really bad really bad ones out there. Okay, so if I was to, since I know that I don't have to, I can use the same circuit, then I need to hook it up the same as I did before. So if this is powered, okay. Yeah, if I did this, I'd have a very hard time getting through there with the green circuit. The way I did it before was like this. I just think there's got to be a better way to do it. Yeah, there's got to be a better way to get this in there. Yeah, I would say that this would probably be the best way. So if I do this, and then I run, I would have to have power go into that block. Yeah, I actually think, that if you were powering the elevator, and you shut it off, it wouldn't matter whether the green circuit was on or not. So we could technically use this circuit. I think I'm going to put it on here. Excuse me. I think we should do it. Well, it's quite late now. I'm going to go to sleep. Thanks for chatting, and I hope you have a nice day, night. Good luck. Thanks, Malted. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, so for that circuit, we have this going. Okay, we're going to need half a slabs. Okay, so it's 3 blocks with a half slab. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3, and then there's a half slab. 1, 2, and then half slab. Let me check. Yeah, the half slab comes out to the black circuit. So yeah, how far does it come out to the black circuit? Okay. Black circuit. So it comes just 1 in. Okay, so this one's correct. The bottom one is not. I actually learned this from Cube Hamster. Not directly, but it's what he's been using for quite a while to send a signal down. And seen him using it the other day, and I was like, I don't want to take that circuit because it's his. But I was like, I don't think that, I think it should be okay. I mean, honestly, it should be all right, right? I mean, it's not like I'm stealing it from him. It's, And it's not even like he's not using it kind of a thing. It's more like, I wouldn't care if somebody used my red circuit. It's not mine. It's just a I'm sure people have used it before me, so technically it's theirs, but not really. So this will give us a really nice time down. The problem is we got to figure out a way to stop it. That's our biggest problem. Yeah, because it's going to go like this. I believe this is correct. Okay, so the biggest problem would be if we were to stop the elevator when it's actually extended. Let me go ahead and I'll simulate it by powering this block. So we hit the monostable, it goes up, and then we want it to stop on this floor. That would be fine. But if somebody was to hit the down button from up here, it would retract it anyway, which is fine. Yeah, because we're getting a dead stop here. Okay, so let me see. It would actually be here is where we'd want to power. I think right here. On the IKEA elevator. The IKEA towers. For Sir Purdy Pie. Not the wrong block, it is. That's funny. So would it be this block then? So it is right on the floor. So right there. And it would be right there. Which we don't even need that repeater there. So, but I'll leave it there just for the sake of it. For the IKEA special. We're probably going to stop here in a sec. So this is what I'm concerned about, is we stop the elevator on this floor and then we hit the down button. So as long as we connect it, say, as long as I have my down button, say, hooked here, it will go down just like normal. Yeah. Let's see, is this thing not hooked up all the way? Oh, I did not add the redstone there. I wonder if I should go block there. Oh, no, wait a minute. You can't go block there. Okay. So down. Okay. Yeah. Spiraling down. Let's try it again. I think it works, and it looks nice, too. And it's small. Yeah, small. So normally this circuit, yeah. So normally, so yeah, I would say that as long as it's only being used in the down fashion, it's fine, because this is going to stop it wherever. It already does that. Before I was using the green circuit to do both. So now, to map out our next floor, so it's basically one block below the floor, so it'd be right here. That's our next circuit. Okay, so why is that not? Oh, I'm using this thing. It'll definitely work. There's plenty of places to get the power from too. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and have it by default on the off position. Dropper flop. Where's my hopper go? Oh, there it is. Hopper. Okay. So we want to do this. Alright. Blink. 182. Alright, I'm going to have to end the stream soon. But, yeah. So if we have our green circuit and we take the power and we have it come down here. Like so. And then that will also connect. I should probably make this the correct color for the T flip-flop input. Should always be green or pink. And then that will go to our button over here, which I'm going to go ahead and just do a rig job on it. A little handy dandy fast hookup. And we would probably want to prevent it from back powering as well. So yeah, like that will work. And we could also get the power directly from there, which is a much closer location, but I like right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of that now. We'll send it up. And we'll send it down. That works. So I hit the activate and I want to stop on this floor. I hit the up button. Comes and stops on the floor. Now I want to go, say I want to go up here, but I want to go back down as well. So we go ahead and let's try. Actually, you know what? I need to turn this off. Is all I needed to do. Turn that off. So it comes up to this floor. Now, say I want to go down from this floor. So I would assume we would need to hook it up to here. So as long as a T flip-flop is connected here, when we hit the button, so say we have the up and down button, which I'm going to have to say we should probably make it further away. Let's go ahead and use black for this. So up and down, like that maybe. So up and down each floor. And then that's going to basically, I got two options, which is to go up and over power to get it out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and go with redstone there. And then we would want green circuit coming to reset the T flip-flop and also to send a signal over to this. This circuit to me doesn't seem like you would actually even need to have a... So, T flip-flop, I'm gonna go ahead and make it with this. We'll go ahead and put the repeater there. I think I'd want to have the T flip-flop right there. Yeah, I don't want to have the T flip-flop away. What's up, Daniel? Daniel Pays? Is it Paulies? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Back to things you were... back to things you were good at. Yeah. That's funny. Alright. So, if this is where the control panel is, and this is where the floor input is, I don't know if I want to run a line down that far. Then I'm going to also need... Let me double check this. So, I hit the down button. Okay, that works. Yeah. Same, you were part of my childhood. I once even tried to recreate your elevator and miserably failed as I was terrible at it. All the colored wool you use. If it was all the same color, it would just look like a bunch of nonsense to me. I can't remember. Like, I know green is down, red is up. Purple controls the speed on the way down, and then blue is what actually extends the piston. So for me, it's just basically like a map. You know? It's like a map for me. Okay. So, I don't know if I should... I'm thinking I'll just put this here temporarily. I think we could get it... I think I could use a different circuit to make this much closer. Seriously, I think I can make it much closer. So I'm just thinking the instant extension is going to be a problem. That's probably the only circuit that I'm worried about, is the instant extension when I want to extend it to us, or to me. And the hitting up and down. You remember me from a Fallout 4 stream? I actually do not. There's so many people that comment, I don't remember. I'm sure if you mentioned something about it, I probably would remember. Yeah, I like to keep things straight on this, but... So we would have a T flip-flop here, and it would have the reset right here. We would probably want to have a little bit of delay to give us time to get in. Actually, no, we don't want delay there. We'd want delay here. I'd like to have 2 repeaters worth of delay. So you'd have enough time to actually hit the button and climb in. Yeah, we're going to need to probably do something with that. I could technically do that to give us 3 delay, but then how do we get the signal off of it? It's the question. Okay. Yeah, I was like sad how you don't do Minecraft videos anymore, just World of Tanks and Fallout 4. Yeah, I actually, I got really sick of that game, honestly. Both of them. Seriously, both of them got real sickening for me. Let's see. Truth be, TBH, I never commented on your channel as I was really young, but I remember how your channel evolved. Well, that's good. I actually forgot about most of it myself, just because, to be honest, a lot of the stuff that happened there was all bad memories for me. Oh, wait a minute. We do want to go one block over, don't we? We want to go here. Okay, so if we were... So tempted to just make it out this way. Why have it go over here at all? Seriously, there's no point. I'm gonna make it over there. I could hook up to it easier. It's gonna take this room up regardless, so might as well have it right there. I can make the smaller version of it as well. Yeah, because it's supposed to just be like this with some redstone on it. And so, let's see. First, the elevator videos and a bit of your old survival world, which you had this big house in in the desert, which I fell in love with and tried to recreate it as well, which I did not. I did not in a desert, which I was pretty sad about. Then a bunch of worlds, then a bunch of World of Tanks. You know, it's funny. I actually did a tutorial. I did a tutorial on it, but let me see. I actually have the schematics here, so check this out. Watch. Let's see, / schematics. Load. Talking about this one? Talking about this house? Yeah, I actually need to go back on this map because I forgot to copy the floor. And I didn't put the potion lab in correctly. Yeah, it was a pretty fun thing. Legitimate build. I actually have a tutorial on it. You may not think it, but I have a tutorial on this. Yeah, I have a tutorial on how to build this house. Let's go check up the... Oh, I can't even get in there. You got to take the stairs, that's right. Yeah, I have a tutorial. I can link you to it. Yeah, I have a tutorial on how to make it, and then this one's my own. Like, I liked having the this here. I think it's taken down. I think it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be taken down. I seen it the other day. Gotta love the good guy door. I don't think a lot of people really remember that. I put a lot of work into Minecraft. But, what the hell is this doing here? Oh, that's where I copied it. Anyway. So yeah, I can find the tutorial video for you. Let me go ahead and just pause real quick. I will actually find the link because obviously it's my channel, so I can find it. I just got a good comment on one of my newer elevators. That's nice. My version 10 elevator. Okay, so let me go to my popular videos. It's actually like number 3 on the list, I think. But let me go to my videos. Yeah, just give me 1 sec. I will find it and I'll paste it in here so you can, if you ever do want to build it, I go through, it's like a 30-minute video, but it's well worth it. And I actually kind of have made it a little better because eventually I ran out of space and I started thinking I want to have, you know, like my own storage in it. So I actually was getting ready to make that house a lot bigger. So let me see, most viewed videos. If you go to anybody's YouTube channel and hit most viewed, you'll most likely find their most popular. I don't know if it was actually a popular, as popular, but the tree eater I did was actually more popular. Wow, I would have never thought that. Yeah, my version 5 elevator was just passed by my out-of-date best crew training for World of Tanks. I can't believe that. Version 2 elevator only got 14,000. Let's see here. There it is. It's open too. Minecraft build tutorial. 30 minutes and 17 seconds. Go ahead and hit copy. There you go. That will take you directly to my mansion build. The copy we have is actually from that. So, yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and do. It was there and now it's gone. Oof. Yeah, somebody said that my newer elevator, they're like, the doors are such a nice touch. Yeah, I emphasized them. The nostalgia. Yeah, I think I could do better than this. I could technically shave one block off of this, but I think for now, I think we're just going to stick with this. So in order to come down and stop on a floor, I'm going to need to steal power off of the green circuit and have it go into this, so which means I'm going to want to have it further away. But for right now, I think we're just going to okay. So it's active, but let's go ahead and turn it off. I'm going to call it up to us. Okay. So I would jump in here, I'd hit the button, and I'd go up to the next floor. Yeah, 5 years ago. Yeah, I actually, I probably could find my oldest video. I probably could find it. You were 8. I think, let me see. When was my last Minecraft video before I started back up again? I think I can actually look because I took almost a year break. So I could go by date. I could go by, see, most viewed. If I go by most viewed, most likely isn't going to get me what I'm looking for, but I could probably go into analytics. I think I'd probably have to just go directly to my videos, which you guys wouldn't actually be able to see and search through them. I remember I built something similar to the house and then showed it off to my sister. All right. Let me see, if I go back 7 pages ago, it should be World of Tanks stuff. I should show you guys what I'm looking at, but I don't want people seeing my stats. I mean, I do have them posted on my videos, but okay, I'm going to go back to 13 pages back. I know I have a hell of a lot. of World of Tanks videos. People were upset when I stopped playing that as well, but people don't realize that I got so angry that I punched my monitor, which cost $350. And after that, I was kind of questioning why I was even, doing the World of Tanks video when it was making me, like, I was not happy. I was not happy about it. You know? 6 years ago is your oldest uploaded video. That's crazy. Thought it was back in 2012. Elevator version 1.3 and 1.79. Dang, I have a lot of World of Tanks videos. It's funny, I put half of them. Any of them that didn't get 500 views, I put them private. Okay, there's Portal, and then there's PC World of Tanks. I know you guys can't see it, but I probably should make it so you guys can see it. I don't think it matters whether you can see the views or not. Yeah, I'm all the way back to when I first started learning how to put text on my on my thumbnails. Okay, so it says here that, let me see here. Let me go back just one previous. My Let's Play Ender series, it said, yeah, my last Minecraft video was in July 2017. And before that I had taken a break. So I hadn't recorded a video until 2015. So 2015 is when I stopped doing Minecraft. And if you guys really want to know what caused me to quit, I mean like 100%. Let me see. What caused me to quit was obviously all that stuff, but yeah, so 2015 when I did the Fallout Vault door, it shows as being one of my last tutorials, but I made this iron trench video, and when I realized you couldn't make an iron golem farm, I stopped. I stopped playing because I was like, what's the point of playing survival if you can't build a simple iron golem farm, which you can do now, you know? You can do now. Yeah. I think PewDiePie, if he sees the IKEA elevator, he might actually, I don't think I could use IKEA in the title. I mean, I could. I mean, I don't think they have it. Let me see. How can you put a zombie in a cauldron? It's really, really difficult, and I think you commented earlier, it is so damn hard. I'll show you, though. If you want to see real quick, I'll show you. I'm pretty much done with this elevator for today anyway, but I do got the basics. I know how to stop it on the way down. I know how to reset the elevator. Yeah. So I just got to stop the signal from traveling down. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Before we jump off, I want to check that. So if this is set and then you hit the green circuit traveling down, yeah, it goes down anyway because there's no way to stop it on the floor. Which means I have to find a way to separate. I have to find a way to separate this circuit to make it so it cannot go past. I mean, I know how. It would be as simple as this. And that would prevent it from going any further. So that actually might be easy. So let's see. If we called it up to us. Yeah. So the circuit will only go down so far. So we would want it to go That's actually is not bad, I guess, right? I mean, that's not bad, right? I mean, that's pretty easy. Just simply do a repeater lock. We can even use the same line to stop it. So when this activates, it just stops, and we could get the power to from up here. So we'll go like this, and we could have it go up in here. The IKEA 3000. Okay, so I want to deactivate this. Okay, and then let the elevator come up. So I want to go ahead and activate this. I don't think PewDiePie has the knowledge of how to build the IKEA elevator. Well, I could just give him the schematics and he could just download it, honestly. I would totally give it to him. I wouldn't even make a video on it. I'd just give it to him to put in an IKEA tower. You know? He'd have to make the tower a hell of a lot bigger. What's with the Skyrim vids? You really love the sexy booty mods? Yeah, I mean, I like them. I think it's fun. Yeah. Yeah, I don't... I think some people think it's perverted, but, I mean, you know, I like them. And I'm not ashamed of it. A lot of people are like, you like those Skyrim. Like, the only people that don't like Skyrim mods are women. Seriously, they're women. They're the only ones. Okay, so we hit... Oh, wait a minute. I don't actually want to do that. Nah, it would be it would be funny. Yeah, check that out. Look at that. That's easy. Did you see that? That was weird. So yeah, say we hit the down button, right? We travel down, stop on the floor, and it's so easy to hook it up like that. Wow. I might be able to do some crazy stuff with this. Like, we could actually, especially if I'm going to build the yellow circuit here over here. Technically, I'd want to keep the elevator within this area. So instant extension would all fill up that area. And then I could just hook up the, I could basically get power off of up here. Whoa. I'm just going to draw a blueprint for myself. I could send power from there. Actually, I'm going to use, I'll use pink. So I could send power from here to instantly extend it. And then I could take power from somewhere, from say right here. And then I could use it to extend a piston. I'll know what this means right here. Use it to extend a piston to tell it when it can or cannot. There we go, that's cool. Yeah, I think that the IKEA elevator, the IKEA piston elevator is on its way to being built right now. Playing Skyrim with a modded character, I mean, it could even be a fully naked guy if you wanted to. Yeah, I actually have, you don't even want to know, honestly. I think the only person that actually has anything close to mine is actually MXR Mods, if you ever seen him. Yeah, MXR Mods, he has some decent, I'd say pretty damn close to what I have mods going on. Yeah, to be honest, what actually started me doing it was that I always thought to myself that it should be like, if you want to have a game that's realistic, for instance, some of the most popular movies, Game of Thrones, what makes that movie so popular? It's because they immerse you in everything, including the sex between them, you know? Seriously. And that's what makes it an adult thing. And I go, Fallout 4, all of them, that's what's missing, is that it's missing that. It's missing the... Yeah, it's missing it. Okay, so I only needed to do this. Whoa, okay, that's gonna connect. That's gonna connect. Oh, I can't actually cut that one off. And it won't get powered. I will actually just get rid of it. It's okay. I will figure it out. I'm gonna rewire this thing anyway to be sleek. Let's see. Elder Scrolls was fun. Played it for a bit. Yeah, true. Wow, this is actually so complex. It's not really. Honestly, this is on the scale of complexity is actually super simple compared to some of the other ones I've done. I think that the biggest problem I have is that it's always gonna bug me knowing that I have this huge airspace here. And unfortunately, because I wasn't able to find a way to get power through the elevator itself, yeah, like I almost need like a timer, but the only way I'm going to be able to get power from the IKEA elevator is, you know, to open these doors is from underneath. There's no other way I can do it. Like, I mean, it could be something as simple as this, right? But it opens and closes as you go by, which is going to bug the F out of me. You know? It will. It'll bug me for a long time. Yeah, it'll bug the sh out of me. See, that actually would need to be on the on position. Let me see. Dawson Hamilton says, "Who plays?" Or start a hashtag or post it on Reddit. I must have missed something in the conversation. Wow, this is actually so complex. And then it says, "Sheesh, you should tweet it to PewDiePie, who plays." I would love to do that. I actually probably will. I'm actually gonna write a note of that. Let me see. I'll tweet to Pewdie about the IKEA, the construction of the IKEA elevator. The IKEA elevator. Yeah, I think I like the circuit better over on this side. I think no matter what, I do think on this one, because of the circuitry, I do think that there is something I could do, and that is I could just run the circuit. I could run a line right around the back. Because I mean, does it really matter if it's that big? I mean, yeah. Your friend spent your time on Minecraft. Let me see. See, yeah. So I think we do have this pretty much set up. So when we hit the down button, it can stop on any floor we want it to now. Yeah, that's all. That's the hardest part. Seriously, figured out, and it's so simple. You know, it's hard. It's really hard to stop it on the way down. It's very hard to stop the elevator on the way down. That's the hardest part, because we actually have to have a block here to separate it. So like I could have a repeater here, and I would have to basically use another repeater to prevent it from allowing it through. So when I call it up to me, oh, I have it cut off right here. Oh no, it's off. This one should be off. Turn that one off. Okay, let me go ahead and send the power down. So obviously I'll be using the instant extension circuit, but we don't have that hooked up yet. There we go. So you could literally just, go up and down. I respect it though. Let me see. Dawson Hamilton says, you really can't pronounce words good. FR means for real. It's not pronunciation. It's that I don't actually know all of the new, like I'll say cutting down a word. You know. This is what happens when you spend too much time in Minecraft. Okay, now it makes sense. I respect it though. Now what it is I'm too old, man. I'm too old. I don't use abbreviations. I type a whole sentence. About the most that I ever do, it is this. Whoops, that's not. in the thing I do this. I'll do, like thanks, and I'll do this one. That's the only two I know. I don't ever do like TBH. I don't ever do that. I don't even know what it means, honestly. I mean, I'm thinking truth be something. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. To be honest. Yeah, that's what it is. It's to be honest. Okay. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up hitting a button and it will disengage this. Right, so I'll hit this button over here. So we're going to say, let's say it's yellow IKEA floor. Right, I hit the button. And then it turns this off. And then it automatically stops us on the floor. So then we hit the button, which is going to hit the down button. And then that's going to go down. And that didn't work. What did I do wrong here? Is it the... Oh, it's the wrong... This is the wrong floor right here. This is the one that we actually wanted to stop. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this would be the one that would need to be on. So when this is active, then the signal cannot travel downward. So I had this hooked up, so it shouldn't be that line. Yeah. Okay. So let me try this again. So okay. Alright, so I hit a button, and then that button activates. It turns this circuit on the on position, which is then going to reset this, and we are going to want to stop. Yeah. So this should be okay. I mean, we're talking 2 ticks and 2 ticks. I don't know if we're capturing it up high enough. So then I hit the button to go down. It stops on the floor. And then I'm going to hit the up button to go back up. And then I'll hit the... yeah, I would want to call it to me by hitting down. And then I'd want to hit the down button, which should reset all of this. And you should be able to head down. Yeah, that's pretty simple. I would think that for this one, we're going to want to have the IKEA buttons color coordinated to be IKEA. So I'm thinking we could do this, have the up and down buttons like so. I think I want to keep it a little bit away. It's about in the same place, so we'll use blue because we want to use IKEA. The IKEA colors, or Sweden colors. This is Sweden. Geez, looking at your old vids, the TU10, and the last one was like TU53. Well, you know, it's funny, most of these still work. Even if you go over to Windows 10 edition, they still work. Uh, they just have to be the latest ones that I did. Um, so yeah, I think this is a good button design, and what I can do is I can actually I'll use either signs or I'll use picture frames, um, you know, to represent it. So we'll try and keep the whole thing themed with blue and yellow for the IKEA Redstone elevator. Yeah. Hope you have a nice day or night. I'm going to go once you post a video about the IKEA elevator. I'll tweet it, obviously give credit to you, and link YouTube as well on Reddit. It a PewDiePie subreddit. Yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be awesome. Link it. I have to actually create a Twitter because I got rid of my Twitter account, but I'll recreate it tonight. I'm supposed to do a Let's Play with my son, but yeah, if you want to, let me see here. We used to be able to do you could just take pictures of it and go the IKEA IKEA elevator, Redstone elevator. Nah, do the Let's Play first. Yeah, no, I will. I'm gonna do this tonight because it's only 3, so it's 3 o'clock for me. So yeah, I think it'll look nice like this. We have blue buttons, yellow. I'll try and keep it as I'll try and let the redstone be shown as much as possible so that you know, the respect for it could be done. I definitely am going to go ahead and say that I do want this over here. Whoops. What did I do here? Yeah, I want to get rid of that yellow circuit. And I definitely want to have it over here. I want to have it to the right. So just as a reminder, I'm just going to do that. And then this is just a wiring schematic for me for later, so I know the instacall I could actually have up above. The biggest problem with instacall is that it actually has to be below the floor that you're on. So this is the lowest I could do instacall right here. Yeah, it would have to actually be even lower than that. So I'd have to basically have a slime block come down to activate this, which wouldn't be that difficult. And then I think moving the T flip-flop, I should move it all and just basically face it this way. Or have it right here. That way I can have 2 access points. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I did want to do one more thing. Let me see. Save and quit title. And then I wanted to go to... let me see here. There it is. This is the actual video I did the house build on. Double check everything. Oh, Vlad, oh wait a minute, I didn't see somebody comment. So Vlad says, can you show me how to put a zombie into a cult? That's what I was going to do. Sorry, man, I totally spaced it. Let me show you. It would be here. So the easiest way to get the zombie into into a cauldron. It's kind of difficult, honestly, but let's see here. I'll make this for you. So Okay, stone. No. Let me move my chat over to the other side. Stone, bricks. There we go. Okay. Because there's nothing below us really to have mobs spawn. They'll just all spawn here. So if you're trying to get one into a cauldron, this is how I did it on my survival world. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but so I had to place blocks to block the villagers off, right? So I had to make a chamber that's too high first, and then to get them into the cauldron, you have to have it go, and I'll show you, because I had to basically, I had water underneath me, so I had to build a little thing so that they could run on it. I made mine too wide, but this is how you have to do it in order to get it to work, at least consistently. Because I had to do it with 6 of these things. You don't need this third block, by the way. You only need these 2. It's to get the water to go in, and you have to have it exactly. So if it's right here, then we got what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's where we would actually want our water source. And you want it to be 8 away. Okay, so let me. So you could use a sign or a pressure plate. I'm going to go ahead and just use a pressure plate because it's easier. It may or may not work though. Let's see if it works. So water. And you place your water like that, and you get it so that it goes and pushes the zombie. We actually need to be one block over. You want it to stop right there so he can walk in there, okay? So you don't want the villagers there. So I would say I'm going to say catch your zombie first, then put the villagers. But if you can have the villagers, if you can have them there, they should be 1 block away like this. But I would say it's much easier to use yourself as bait than to have the villagers, because then there's 2 things that can mess you up. So I just ran and jumped off, and I use these fence gates to do it. So let me go ahead and grab some trapdoors. Sorry. So trapdoors. I think I used birch. It doesn't really matter though, right? So you need one this way, like that, and then 1 over here. Okay. So what happens is the zombie, when he tries to jump, it kind of forces him in there, but he can make it. So you have to use yourself as bait. So let me go ahead and do something real quick. You'd probably want to do this too, but I did this at night, but because it's the daytime, so basically I had to trick the zombie into coming this way. So I made a huge path for him, and let me go ahead and Minecraft stone. It's actually stone bricks. There we go. Okay, so just to give us some shade. So basically I just got a zombie. Let's see. And I did it without the villager, which seemed to be the easiest way. So this is probably going to take me a couple tries. Let me see. Can you show me? Yeah, okay. So hopefully you're watching. It's really easy. You just have to trick the zombie into following you. I'm going to need... actually, hold on. Before I go into survival, I'm going to need some material. I don't need the water bucket, but I probably will need some armor. Because yeah, let's get armor. I'll probably need a sword as well, just in case. Let me go ahead and put most of my stuff I use for redstoning. Okay, so I got a stack of cobblestone. Got a sword just in case he, gets ready to kill me. We already have the cauldron down, so I'm gonna need. Let's go ahead and just grab an axe, pick, and I'll go ahead and grab a diamond pickaxe, and then we'll need some armor. And I'll go ahead and just use what I used before. Okay, and I think I had a shield as well, which is something you're probably going to want to have. Seriously. Because you can use it to push him. He'll mess your shield up, but see, shield, is that right? Shield? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so get our shield ready, and then okay, so I have one zombie, and so he's gonna get cooked, but let's just say, so you kind of let him get a piece of you, and I had to do this. And I put a door, and the idea is you want to get a solid block over his head. So I'll go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over here, and we're going to keep a block. I want him to see me, but you can see he's pretty much in there, right? Let's get one more block above his head. We want him to see us now. We don't want him to see the villagers. That was my biggest problem. So it really does come down to luck, but if you remove this, if you remove that, so let me see here. If we remove the sides, he'll be able to walk, but he can definitely see me. Something else you can do is hit F3 and B, and it'll show you where the zombie's looking. So he can't actually see me. Do you see that? He's actually looking over there. So he can't even see me. So now he can see me. And we just need him to fall in. So the biggest thing is if he starts jumping, he will. If he jumps up here, which he can do. I kind of have this too close because I can't jump. So he can't, you see how he can't move? Now watch, I'm going to go ahead and place some blocks here so he can move out of it, but it does look like he's down in there. So it's not allowing me to place a half slab. It's quite a pain. I'll just say that. Once you got him in here though like this, you should be okay. It's just if he jumps. If he jumps, you got to place a block back here. But he's in there. He's in there. So it's not allowing me to place a block on him though. They might have changed something. It's a good thing he's not jumping. Yeah, he's down in that thing. So I have to remove the door. And that's what I just forgot. So sorry about that. But once you get him in there and he's down like that, you have to do this quick. You have to, basically, you have to place blocks like that. Get it here. And then you got to place them here too. We're going to go ahead and get rid of these above us. Obviously, you'd be doing this at night. So now, we get rid of the trap gate, right? And then we should be able to press, we should be able to put it on top of him. Has he moved or something? He doesn't seem to give a two craps about me now. Okay, so I think I have to get rid of this as well. He's down in there though. Yeah, it's not letting me, is he even down in there? Let me put this back here. Let me see here. I think he's going to jump me when I do this. I got the fence gate back. Okay, so let me go ahead and yeah, he's in there. Yeah, he's right. It's just not allowing me to place the block. That's crazy. I think that might be as good as we're going to get it. It's not going to allow me to place a solid block on him. Yeah, he's down in there as far as he can go. Okay, so there's one more trick that I did have to do in order to get him in there. So, I mean, he's technically in there. He shouldn't be able to, but just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and place this here. And I'm going to dig him out. Yeah, no problem. I actually was really upset because I tried to do this. And I couldn't do it the first time. It would not let me. I'm serious. I could not do it. I was like, what the hell? And it was because I wasn't using these. But this is as far as I've been able to get, so I think if he could jump out of there, he would have already got me. So now that we have the water, and the water is being stopped by this, he's in there, but we still need to get one block off of him. So I'm going to go ahead and go into creative real quick, and I want to see what's going on with him. Okay, so we have the fence gates on him. I think if there was a villager here, he could jump out. Yeah, I think that's it. It's just not going to let me go any more than that. Yeah, this is correct. Yeah, we got it. We got it, Vlad. Yeah, this should be it. Let's see what happens if we yeah, he would have already got me. So so then you just basically get your bucket of water back. And then you have to get rid of all of this, obviously. And then it's much easier to get your villagers in. It really is. It's so much easier to get the villagers because you just use the same thing. I use water, but apparently you can use a boat to do it. You know, you can use a boat. I've never tried that, but I used a water elevator to get them onto the block right here when I did it. And if you want to see a water elevator, Vlad, I learned this a long time ago, but you basically build where you want it. And so say I want to drop our villagers here, right? Let me go ahead and get my wand real quick. Wand. Go. Go ahead and hit F and B to get rid of the hit marker. And so if you want to get your villagers up there, you just basically need to do this. I did this myself. It's much easier. I had glass because I always pick desert biomes. But let's go ahead and grab some signs. Signs are the best ones for me personally, but because they're cheap, you get 3 of them. Oops. Sign. So grab some signs, and then you put one there, and then you put one here, and then you got to fill these up with water, obviously, and you got to keep bringing it up so it's like this, right? And you'll probably need one more block. So we want to bring this up by 2 so the villagers can't jump up. And then we do the same thing we did before. Now obviously you'd want to have it encapsulated so they can't get in. So you'd want to do the stuff now. You'd want to have your... I had the iron farm partially built, so I was able to get cauldrons, which apparently cauldrons are the way to go if you're going to be doing this. Just basically get 3 cauldrons for your villagers. I think it might even need to be up one higher. Yeah, up one higher. And then I used glass myself at this height to get those little things over there. This was really difficult, by the way. Seriously, on a scale, I would say this was probably the hardest thing I've done in Minecraft in years as far as survival goes. So now we just need a bed. And I did the same with it. So you get your beds here, right? And then they'll bounce. So you can make this up pretty high and they'll still just, see, they'll bounce. So it doesn't matter how tall. So if it's like this, it should work out pretty good, but you're gonna need to manually push them in. So what I did was I just basically put a sign right here, and then see, so where's our water? There's the water. So the water you put, you got to place another sign here. Sorry. You go water, and then you just get into it. Water, water, water. And this sign just keeps it from flooding, you know? Technically, if you wanted to do this correct, you'd want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 back. But just having the sign there should be okay. So now you want to make sure that you've built it up, because they can jump. And so I would have my half slabs ready if it was me. I would have the half slabs ready. Where is my half slabs? I thought I used one. Okay, there's my half slab. So yeah, have your half slabs ready. And I went and did this. And then because I don't trust Minecraft mechanics, honestly, I went ahead and put torches here anyway on top of glass because I wanted to see what the villagers were up to. But so this should be ready to go. So when we get a villager, I'm just gonna spawn them here. But what you have to do is you have to push them into this little corner. So you have to build it to where they are, unfortunately. So on mine, I actually had to basically, because they were all hanging out in the middle of a village. So you have to get them away from there and basically either minecart them, use a boat, which is another way, because you can use a boat on ground. And you can do the same thing with this, where you basically just use a sign and use your bucket of water. Whatever distance you need, right? As long as it's flowing that way, right? It's really hard to get out of there. So let's go ahead and do a villager. And so you got to push him, you know? I'm not in survival. Oops, I just spawned a bunch of them. Okay, so there he goes. Once you push him, and then he comes up, and then be waiting for him. Boop. At night is the best time to do this, Vlad. Yeah, that's how you do it, though. Yep. Then just get rid of your water sources again. But I did this 3 times, so I left this and I just diverted it to the next one, and I built up all the blocks. But this should be cool. Yeah, this should work for you. Oh! All right. Well, hopefully you. I hope that helped. Yeah, I gotta say I agree with you. It was very difficult to do, super difficult. Um, yeah, yeah, it was definitely difficult. All right, Vlad. I hope that helped you. You could always go back to the stream and rewatch it again. But I did all of these on my survival world. The only thing that I made the mistake of is that once you start producing, you do want to switch it to a cauldron. Yeah. What I mean is you want to switch these because they're transparent. Don't do it during the daytime though. They'll jump out. Yeah, and then so I did a mock-up one to test it first. I did a mock-up one, and then I put the torches like this just in case. And then you don't need those. To be honest, it stops producing if you put those blocks there. And then to keep zombies from spawning or anything from spawning, I put another half slab on top of the zombie, as you can see. So, well, yeah, you want to do this. This should be your final product, is to get the cauldrons. And what it is the zombie, he can see through better. So let me show you. So, yeah, when I was tracking him, when I switched it, he couldn't see them when they were up there, but now they can see him. He can see them anytime. The only time he can't see them is when they're back there, and it's only because they're glitching. Otherwise, they'd all be jumping around. You can see that these guys, all 3 of them, are going crazy. Go ahead and get rid of this. Yeah, these aren't supposed to be here. But yeah, it's just hard because you have to use water to get him in there. But anyway, yeah. I also left these blocks, by the way, because I don't trust game mechanics. What if they make it so beds have to have something underneath it? They all pop off and you lose all your villagers. So I don't trust just having the bed there. One of the cool things is that if you build this flat on the ground, mobs will try and get the villagers, and they'll go right out and they won't be able to come back. It's pretty funny. Let me see. So, let's see. Zombies. Try a zombie. Zombie villager. Zombie spawn egg. What else we got here? Creeper would probably be the next one, huh? Creeper egg. So just for example, so don't you want to jump in the water, retards? Yeah, if it was night, you would see, so they all see how they look at the villagers. So if you get a huge horde, they'll all go straight towards the villagers, and then you end up getting bonus. Yeah, you can see it also starts spawning. Yeah. In the daytime, creepers aren't really that hostile, but yeah. So you end up getting plus you get more. See it? So you end up getting these rare drops too. So zombie flesh, poppies, and iron. I reset this about 3 days ago, and this is the first time I've been on the map. So I was trying to figure out new chicken farms, but apparently they just suck now. So I've only gotten 5 chickens. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You're losing almost 70% doing it like this. So I need to basically take this design and put a uh, yeah, I need to use a dispenser with lava in it instead of just having lava in there. So it needs to be like, so when they grow up, uh, we just need a detection system. So you can see that that guy got burnt. We did get some cooked chicken, but not really. So this should still work. I just need to do, what I need to do is basically have it click on and off. And we can get that signal from, I think we can get the signal from over here. So let me see here. So if I was to, I'd say take a comparator. I just need it to detect the egg here. So maybe I should do it over here. It works though. So like if something's put there, it will definitely. Okay, so we would need it to get 2 redstone pulses. So I'm gonna need to, let me see. Remove that. And then I want to get the signal off of here. So we could take a stone block and I could use this. Let's see, I could actually use this right here and just get the, so if an egg drops in here, comparator, we can get our signal off of it. And this is Exumavoid's old one. So I'm thinking we would probably want to invert the signal. I would say you'd probably want to take out this lava for sure. And then redstone it. And then I'd say just keep it all going when it detects. You know, I think we could actually just get rid of that because this thing automatically detects. So yeah, so the signal strength, it's gonna do it anyway. So we only need that right there. That'll be fine. So now we just wanna. Then when the chicken grows up, when these drop an egg, it should drop the lava on them. See what happens. Come on, drop an egg. I think I'm gonna force an egg in there. That didn't work. It definitely cooked him, but it didn't shut it off. It's because this thing clocks, so we would have to get our comparator signal. That would take another comparator. That sucks. Another comparator, and then we would have to use a torch. And then you'd have to block this off. Let's see what happens now if we get an egg in there. Didn't detect it. Oh, is that because it has to be... Oh, man, look at that. I'd have to actually get it from this one. I almost think it would just be easier to have your own button here. Or lever and just go... Seriously. Yeah, I think it'd be easier just to have your own thing. Okay, anyway, I should end the stream. We don't need this. Yeah, we won't need those blocks. I also think it might be possible to use some string and some tripwire to do this. Yeah, I think dispensing the lava is the way to go for sure. Anyway, I gotta end this. I've been streaming for hours, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that helped you guys out, and we'll start working on the IKEA version 7 super fast elevator. um, Tomorrow probably we'll do a little bit more work on it, and then once I've completed it, then I'll send something to PewDiePie. All right, thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.